All right, guys, welcome to your shift lead training. And my name is Chris Herrera. I am your owner, GM of Amigo Sports Bar and Restaurant. Hopefully, you know who's on the screen. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl winner. The shift lead is like a quarterback, okay? You're getting signals from the coaches, right? From your coach, from your manager. You have to relay those plays to your team, your front of house team, in service, and even work with your back of house team, right? So your defense as well. And the quarterback sometimes has to be the person who's pumping everyone up. Sometimes it's got to be taking the ball and just running for the first down. But you are the quarterback, right? This is a sports bar. We need you to have that energy, make sure we're giving the customer service that we want. So in this training, you are going to go through a series of modules and understand the expectations that we have. And we've chosen you for a reason. You are ready for this, and we're excited to work with you. So what is this training all about, right? So this is a course that's designed to help you transition into a leadership role with confidence, clarity, and consistency, right? So you have to direct your team, right? You have to be prepared to lead shifts with confidence and clarity. It's difficult. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because typically when we identify people who are demonstrate that they have the ability to assume these leadership roles, they come from front of house positions like server or bartender, or even back of house positions as well. But the difference here is that you're no longer just a peer with people. You're now essentially a supervisor. And it can be difficult at various ages that we all are different ages, right? But it can be difficult to go from basically a friend on Tuesday and someone who works next to that server, and on Wednesday all of a sudden you're going to be their shift lead. But we believe in you. We know you can do this. And so your goal here, our goal together, is to learn to manage people, solve problems, uphold our standards, and you're going to get through this, of course, and we're super excited to work with you. So why do we need shift leads in the first place? Well, shift leads are the bridge between our crew and management, right? So your leadership keeps the service strong, okay? So you need to maintain operations, keep morale high, make sure that the guest experience is happy, people are leaving excited, that they had the best food and drink that they chose that day to eat and drink. And your leadership is really going to make the difference to keep this engine running smoothly. So what do we expect of you during this program or as a shift lead, right? So we expect you to be engaged, curious, and proactive, right? So you need to be curious about why we do things. Ask questions, ask your manager questions. I'm intending to hopefully meet with shift leads sort of once a month, probably on the phone for the most part, but ask questions. There's reasons we do things always, right? So there's a reason we only buy a certain amount of burgers on the weekend. If we run out of burgers, it can cause frustration amongst the guests on the weekend, on Sunday night, if we don't have any more. So we try to get just enough to make it through, but your role as a shift lead is to communicate these things, right? So be curious as you go through this training. Take initiative and apply any feedback that's given. We're going to give you feedback. I am a teacher at heart, right? So I'm a professor at Soros, so I love to learn as a person. And so I want to, when you ask me questions, I learn from that. And I'm going to give feedback just like I would anywhere else in life, and we all try to grow together. But the main thing here is to understand the expectations that we have of you. So what will you learn? So you're going to be able to run a smooth and profitable shift. Yes, all of those two things are important. We need you to communicate clearly and motivate your team. We need you to handle guest issues and think like an owner, right? So again, it's difficult. You're probably coming from being a peer to your servers and trainers, all the people that you work with. And now we need you to be a supervisor. And even more than that, think like an owner. And so I'm going to share information with you, and hopefully you would enjoy that aspect of things. But we want to ensure that we have a clean and positive environment. It's respectful to our peers, respectful to our guests, and we are known in the community for just being a great place to have a great experience, not just the food and drink, but a great experience in Alpine. So how long is this training going to take? It's going to take about 2 weeks, right? Because we're going to give you different modules to learn. You now are going to be becoming a shift lead. You will be on probation for the first 30 days. All that means is that we're going to include hands-on work in the restaurant. You know, you're going to be either shadowing or even giving shadows to other people so that we can help you. You're going to participate in training with other staff. But I am an academic. I'm going to have quizzes and tests and have, ask you pop questions as I come through as well. So your progress will be evaluated, and that's why we say 2 to 4 weeks. But keep in mind, on day one, you are holding down a station, whether that's front or back of house. And so you're earning that income as you're going through this training along the way. So what happens after the training? So again, this is an overview of everything, and then we're going to get into specific modules as you keep going. But you will become that official shift lead. And so what is that? In addition to assuming that role, cash and keys is what that means. So I trust you. I trust my managers to identify who can be a shift lead, which is you, and you will have cash and keys and responsibility for these things. So you're going to take on this responsibility, and you're going to be supported by us as well. But you're going to gain the skills that help you grow inside and beyond Amigo. So undoubtedly, at some point in time, you may move on to another job, right? So we know that that's a possibility. We want to give you the best training, not just for us, but so that you represent us moving into the future very well as well. So we're excited for all that. So final thoughts right now. We believe in your leadership potential. That's really important. This is a chance to step up, of course, and make a difference. But if you lead with your heart and just ask, be curious, understand what the standards are. They may feel like high standards, and they probably are, because this, of course, is my restaurant. Even though I'm not there, it's really important that we all understand the why behind we do things and just lead with our heart and be able to be ethical and to ensure that we have our high standards and that our customer experience is met. So I'm excited to work with you, and you're going to go through these modules, and of course we'll have some paperwork for you as well to go through and make sure and check off that we're doing the training. So super excited for you, and look forward to working with you more.